Welcome to Keepin' It Real, your go-to radio show for fresh insights and vibrant introductions. Get ready to dive into a world where we offer you the latest in real estate wisdom and the juiciest community tidbits. From expert advice courtesy of top realtors to opportunities to give back through local charities, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll shine a spotlight on the young athletes driving our local sports scene and uncover the buzzworthy happenings both in town and beyond. Stay tuned for a jam-packed hour of enlightenment and entertainment right here on Keepin' It Real.
All right, welcome everyone to our little community show, Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and I'll be your host for another week of guests and interesting facts behind the scenes of what makes Serria Vista great. If you've ever tuned in, you know that we have a number of different kinds of guests on Keepin' It Real. We host charities, event organizers, the city, local law enforcement, folks from our educational institutions, student athletes, business spotlights, even cool chats with interesting residents. And, of course, a little bit about the world of real estate because it is brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team right here at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Now, in fact, stay tuned for a soon-to-be-released future show highlighting first-time buyer opportunities, interest rates, and the current local market. So that could be interesting for you if you're in the mood for some real estate and interested in buying your first home. So that'll be kind of cool. Maybe if you even bought multiple homes, it could be interesting, and maybe you can tell somebody about it. But today, we have a great lineup for you. We have two very special events coming up, so we're going to step behind the scenes with their coordinators, these two local events, and learn all about them and who they serve in our community. I won't spoil their announcements, so we'll dive right in. But after we remind you of a future event for next month that we really want your help and attendance on, that's the third annual Pups On Parade at Doc's Watering Hole on Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You'll have music, food, vendors, auction items, on-site adoptions, and of course, our famous pups. And this isn't your ordinary dog show. It's an all-shelter dog pup pageant. Yep, that's the show dogs are actually all local shelter dogs trying to find a home. It's a unique way to band together with the community. The dogs get to stretch their legs and strut their stuff, and we all get to cheer them on as they walk the carpet. There will be judges for puppy awards, and you can even help us pick the People's Choice. All the proceeds go to the Friends of Serria Vista Animal Shelter to help with all of our wonderful spay and neuter clinics, vaccine clinics, emergency medical services, and really all the other needed services for our community of pets. And, of course, special thanks to the city of Serria Vista, especially the Serria Vista Police Department and our own Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center. We really hope to get you out to this awesome free show to support these animals. Of course, donations are welcome, and we'd love you to get in on the amazing prizes and stuff that we'll have on our auctions. You can also get in on sponsorship. Anyone can sponsor a dog, whether at the show or all of those dogs that are left behind at the shelter. $300 covers our show dogs and $150 for those at the shelter. We'll put photos of the animals with your logo and or your name up on the big screens the day of the event and on social media leading up to the day of the event, plus shout outs during the event to thank you for your special gift of life. It's a meaningful donation that'll cover adoption fees and some of the spay and neuter, microchip, and other health-related costs that kind of go into adoption. It's quite expensive these days, but the Friends will help cover the rest. And, of course, the entire event is brought to you by Doc's Watering Hole and the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, in cooperation, of course, with the Friends of the Serria Vista Animal Shelter. All the donations will go to them. The city of Serria Vista, the Serria Vista Police Department, and our wonderful friends at the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center. The ACOs will be with us to answer questions and help with adoptions, and who are absolutely symbiotic with all of the work that's done together to ensure our community remains free of unwanted pets and our animals are safe. We really couldn't do it without you, so I hope you'll come down. I hope to see you this year at this award-winning celebration of pets. This year, the third annual Pups On Parade at Doc's Watering Hole on Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's open to the public, and it's free, and bring your kids. It's a family-oriented event, and we'd love to have you. So mark that on your calendar, November 15th. All right, let's get our first guest in the studio and dive in right after a quick break. Don't turn that dial. It's Keepin' It Real.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
All right. Good Saturday morning to you. Welcome, everybody, to Keepin' It Real. This is Dion Ethell. I'm your host, and we're here at Long Realty Studios, the Sherry Ethell Team, right behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. And I am joined in the studio today with two wonderful guests. I've got Tammey Saffo and I've got Janet Morlock, and they're both going to talk to us today about Relay for Life. Welcome to the studio.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Well, I kind of want to get to know each of you. Now, we've had Janet on the show many, many times, but we've never had you. So, Tammey, I kind of want to start with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how long have you been involved in this? How long have you been here in Serria Vista?
I've been involved with Relay for over 23 years. It started as a work team. One of our coworkers had cancer, and she started a team. So that's when I started. I moved here back in 1997. It was my husband's and I last duty station here at Fort Huachuca.
Oh, thank you for your service. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
So you guys came down to here, and you said a coworker?
Yeah, used to work up on post, and she had breast cancer, and so she wanted to start a team. So that's
you
when
joined
we joined. Yep, I joined in. I'm the third team captain, and so our team has been here for over 23 years, involved with Relay for Life.
Wow, that's a long time. That's awesome. And Janet, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm sure there's some new listeners here who haven't caught up to you either. So tell us about you. How long have you been in this?
I showed up here in 73. I was a junior in high school.
That's a bit ago.
That's a bit ago, so I'm almost a native. And kind of immediately after high school got involved with some volunteer work, did some volunteer firefighting, and went to school to get a degree in fire science before a lot of my gender was being hired. Just a different time, no regrets, had a great time with that.
And now you're retired, right?
But yeah, I am. And the volunteering got stuck in my head a lot. So that leads to caring about things, like you look at the plight of the cancer patient. And
right.
Then family members were impacted. And I started out doing the cancer walks in Tucson, where my sister lived. And then I got involved, like Tammey, through a work team was my very first Relay for Life.
What year did you start Relay for Life here?
I want to say I started Relay for Life 2010-ish.
Okay. So a bit.
And again, it was a work team, a co-worker with cancer. We put together a team, and we just walked all night. So,
that's awesome. Well, I appreciate both of you guys here. I want to learn all about the upcoming event. We've talked about it a couple different times. So if you've tuned in before, you may have heard Janet talking about it. We may have touched on it a few times to kind of lead into this event. And now we're here. We're here, and it's coming up here. So why don't you tell us, Tammey, when is this event?
The event is on Saturday, October 25th.
So it's close. It's only a week away.
Yep. And we're going to be in the park setting up early, but our event will start at 2, and it'll go through 10 o'clock at night. We are asking our survivors to be there. They usually check in with Leanne around 1 o'clock. So she hands out some things for the survivors and kind of lets them know what's going on if they're new to the event. And then we're going to have a lot of great fun. We have a lot of entertainment planned.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, before we get too much into the details, into the weeds, tell me, between the two of you, what is the Relay for Life? I mean, really, for somebody who didn't know anything about it, what's it all about?
It is an amazing community gathering. And like I say, every time I'm with you, no matter what we're talking about, Serria Vista is a marvelous community for supporting people who maybe have some tough circumstances. One of my favorite parts, this is kind of a day camp. We'll all hang out for the entire day. Teams are out raising funds by walking, taking turns around the track to signify, that we're doing something that the cancer patients can't do. Back in the day, it was we walk because they can't sleep, and it's kind of backed off. People aren't interested in those 24-hour and 12-hour events anymore. People just, it's, society changes, but we still get a lot done in 10 hours. The mission of Relay for Life comes into play, and it's to raise funds to improve cancer survival, decrease incidences of new cancers, and improve the quality of life for patients. And that's probably the most important thing we do, is we improve the quality of life for not only the patient, but their caregiver and family. It affects everyone. So the vision, of course, is to end cancer as we know it for everyone. But until then, we want to support people who are suffering from the disease, and Relay does that with its signature element.
So tell me about some of those elements. So these are the things during the celebration that they're going to be doing?
Relay for Life, a lot of times you may hear celebrate, remember, fight back.
Okay.
So what that involves is we're celebrating our survivors who unfortunately have been told you have cancer.
Right.
We celebrate those that are going through the battle right now of going through chemotherapy, radiation, and also their families, of course, and their caregivers. We also remember those that we have lost. And so the third word that you'll hear is fight back. And we're fighting back against all cancers, hoping that one day we hope to not have to have this event anymore. The other thing with the celebrate and remember and fight back is that's signified by our luminarias that we have at the event. These luminarias, these are the white bags. The majority of them are bags. We do have some colored ones that are purple and gold as well.
Okay.
But basically, we have participants or just people that are coming the day of Relay to remember their loved ones. So usually they'll put in memory of or in honor of. Mm-hmm. And then we have a luminaria ceremony that they're lit up, and it's a beautiful sight to see, and it's to music. So we incorporate the luminarias to help signify three of the words that usually you'll hear with Relay for Life: to celebrate, remember, and fight back.
I kind of like that one thing that you touched on. You talked about celebration for cancer survivors and people who are fighting right now, but you also mentioned families and caregivers. So you're celebrating those people as well for their contribution in the fight.
I don't think you would talk to one cancer survivor and hear that their family didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So caregivers, they're very important, you know. They help take on to their treatments. They help when they get down. It's just a support that's very much needed because it isn't always easy.
I think we've talked about this a few times. You know, I've had you on the show in previous years, but Janet, but there's some history here, right? This has been not the first year you've had it, so you've been doing it a long time. And of course, it's partnered with the American Cancer Society, right? And so tell me a little bit about kind of the history behind it.
The history is kind of cool, like many great things that happen in our world. It starts with a single person that was touched by something that made him, we need to build a better widget. We need to do whatever that is. And in this case, it was a surgeon in Tacoma, Washington. And in 1985, he had lost a young man to cancer. And he didn't feel enough was being done for research, enough was being done for people who were facing this horrific disease. And so he spent 24 hours in a spring day at a university track walking. He walked 83 miles, and it was cold like Washington can be in the spring, and he never sat down. He never rested. And if people were willing to give him a little bit of money, he would allow them to walk and run with him. And so that was the first Relay for Life, and a school teacher popped up and got a little media attention for him because she too thought it was important. So this single guy on the track. Well, then in 86, 19 teams around the country went, hey, that's a great idea.
Now everybody knows about them.
And they're everywhere. And then the next year there's more, and the next year's more. Well, you think ACS maybe started Relay for Life, but he didn't. Dr. Klatt started it. And then along about 92, American Cancer Society went, wow, this is working.
This is amazing, yeah.
So it became their signature event. Went global in 95. I mean, just from this one guy.
So it's in all kinds of different countries now. So 35. It's not just here, 35 different countries. Now, how long has it been going on here in Serria Vista?
This will be our 31st year. So
31st year.
Yeah, Serria Vista has done proud in representing Relay for Life.
That's awesome. And this is all going down again at Veterans Memorial Park. We want to kind of take a quick break, come back to this. We'll talk more about, again, the events and the different activities there, but we'll be right back. Keeping it real.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving Serria Vista, we agree. For military law and retirees. Stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trust a team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. I am here joined with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock, and we're talking Relay for Life, the 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista on Saturday, October 25th, and it's 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., and it's all going down at Veterans Memorial Park. Now, we talked about the history, which is amazing, 31 years. That's hard to believe that we've been doing it that long. What about you're raising funds? How do those get used? What do they go for? What's the impact there for our community?
So the funds are used for research. They're also used for patient services and also advocacy. It's very important. We do not have a research center here in Serria Vista.
Right.
But I want to tell you a very short story.
Okay.
I know someone very personal to me who research is helping, and he's one of many. He went through 40 rounds of radiation. He was told
Wow.
he couldn't do radiation anymore. Research has helped. So within the last year, he's been told that, you know what, if it comes back, they can dial it in and use radiation again. So research is profound. We have grants that are given to doctors, and we've had some in Arizona even. The patient services, we have a 24/7 hotline that people can call any day of the week, any hour of the day, and get questions answered. They can get help. They can get information.
So if they're just starting their journey, they could kind of touch into this and learn more about what you guys do.
Yes, and they have... if you're just starting your journey and maybe need a little help with organization, they have a folder that pretty much helps you with doctor appointments, medication.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
They're there to help, and so this money goes towards that. It also goes towards information for patient services and early detection, education. So we're trying to remind people, hey, listen, do your annual exams. Women, do your mammograms, your pap smears. Men, do your PSAs.
Yeah.
Another incident where had a city worker and the city allowed for wellness checks. And had they not done this, this person would not have been diagnosed with this cancer and been as well off as he's doing today.
Wow.
So it makes a difference.
So that's amazing. It's particularly amazing that, technology keeps changing and we get all these breakthroughs. And so it's kind of neat that we're getting some ground on this to be able to continue the fight a little bit longer, maybe even find closer to that cure. And as far as, the actual event that you host, what kinds of things are going to be there? I mean, what kinds of activities will we find?
Well, we're going to have a DJ this year. DJ Mikey is going to be up there on the stage,
awesome.
Playing some music. So we're going to have fun with that. We have two great MCs, Sheriff Daniels and Jeff Davenport, that'll be up there on the stage helping us out.
Of course.
Along with the mayor will be there representing. But they're up there along with, we have some Serria Vista royalty that'll be there as well. And so they're going to help throughout the event. So some of the things that they're going to be doing are games and activities, such as the frozen T-shirt contest, which is
I remember that from last year, yeah.
It's always fun to see. And also hula hooping. We're going to have Women of Wisdom. We're going to be doing some Zumba.
Oh,
so
really?
Get out there.
Zumba, huh?
Yep. Get out there and get active. One of the best, I would say, activities, I think, of the event, and I think Janet would agree with me, is Mr. Relay. So we have gentlemen of all ages participate, and they get dressed up in women's clothing. and they lip sync to a song of their choosing for about 30 seconds.
Yikes.
And some of them have little dance routines. And so then after they get done, they're interviewed by the MCs and Miss Serria Vista team. And so once they get done, then they go out and they solicit for money that goes all back to Relay for Life. And that's a very big fundraiser, and people just have a lot of fun. And that occurs later in the evening. So everybody usually has a pretty good time with that. But they'll be dancing, and we'll have face painting as well. This year we have a youth area that we haven't had in quite some time.
Okay.
And thankfully we have a JROTC teacher that is heading that up, and she has gotten Serria Vista youth involved, JROTC, National Honor Society, the Key Club, Student Council. So they're going to be helping out with the kids area. They're going to be at jumping castle as well as basketball, and there will be some other games as well. Face painting will be there.
Sounds like fun.
It will be. And then as people are walking around the track, they're going to see what the teams are. They're usually either selling some arts and crafts or some baked goods to raise money, and the money goes towards Relay for Life. So
now tell us about the walking part of it. So now these teams and whatnot, or even individuals, really, they might have some friends or family or somebody who is sponsoring them to walk around the track, or how does that work?
Well, what happens usually is the teens sign up and they register, and they do fundraising. So it could be sponsorship from a local business here in town. It could be a cakewalk. It could be, we have the junior ROTC from Tombstone is doing a pennies fundraiser. So it's whatever they want to do. We have, sometimes they do car washes, but they sit there and raise money. And we do have some people that would sponsor, a youth to do so many laps, and
right.
they
But it's really got a lot more options then, so they can almost do anything then.
They can do anything that they
Raises
so
funds.
desire that helps raise money for cancer.
So do some of these guys, if they did a car wash ahead of time and they raised funds and they raised, $500 or whatever, then they just come and present that to you at the day of the event, or how's that?
Well, what happens is we have meetings throughout the year because we're fundraising and trying to coordinate for this event year round. So we have meetings, and so the teams come to the meetings, they can turn in the money. And we have, with technology, it's been really amazing. We have a fundraising app that a lot of people use.
Oh.
You just download it on your phone. American Cancer Society fundraising app.
Okay.
So you can download that, and people can take money through that.
Oh, that's neat.
They can go online and buy credit card and donate by that as well. And so the teams will come to the meetings, and next Monday we're having our bank night. So they come to the meeting, they turn in their luminarias, they turn in money, they pick up supplies that we get for them for their team site. And so we just have a lot of fun. We're there for a reason, but we're there to also have fun and bring the community together, and it's an amazing community that we have.
Sounds awesome. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, though, maybe you can give us how to contact you guys. What's the best way to connect up with you, whether it be websites or other people. We'll get that from them. So this is, again, Dion Ethell. I'm here with Keepin' It Real, and I'm here with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock from Relay for Life. We'll be right back, folks.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Sherry's amazing team brings honesty, expertise, and a deep understanding of the local market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, they're committed to your peace of mind and handle every detail for you. Their approach? Personalized service. Above and beyond transactional real estate, building lifelong relationships, nationwide connections, local expertise. There's a reason this team is amongst the top realtors in Arizona and across the nation. You owe it to yourself to call or visit the Sherry Ethell Team, the top team at Long Realty, behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Serria Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more info. Real integrity, real results.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios here. I'm a team realtor, but I'm also the host of the show, and I'm here joined with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock from Realty for Life. This is the big Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, is your theme this year, right? Right. And it's the 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista. It's going to be a big event. It's Saturday, October 25th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's when the bulk of the event's going down at Veterans Memorial Park. Now, we were just talking before the break about a lot of the activities and whatnot that you're having. I hear there's something new this year that you guys are having. Maybe you can tell me about that, Janet.
We decided that we wanted to kind of up the volume and up the participation a little.
Yeah.
And I know Tammy's already talked about that with things like our theme laps where people are going to get, you've got to be there when the two competing JROTCs from Tombstone and Buena, they got out there and they did a shout down cancer last year.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
It was amazing. And it was pretty off the cuff. They didn't really even plan it much. We always do the survivor lap, and you're going to want to be there for that because we're opening up at 2 o'clock, and by 3 o'clock we'll have the survivors. And if you want to feel good about something, and if you want to see strength and resiliency, I know we got to raise money, but my favorite part of Relay is actually that lap, because I have a picture that that's on my Facebook page right now, and it's the survivors lap, and it's a survivor. And she looks like she's happy. She looks like she just won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake because she's out reuniting with her friends from last year's relay.
Yeah.
And the amount of joy that these people maintain while going through treatment, the amount of happiness. Recently, I was talking to an oncology nurse, and I asked, how do you do that when you deal with people who they're not always having good days with you? And her comment was, because they're the most upbeat people I've ever been around when it came to nursing. I've never seen anything like it. They come in, they're happy, they smile, they bring us cookies. And so that positivity, that energy flow, kind of lets the rest of us know that we can beat anything that
Right.
we come across. So,
Makes our problems small.
so that's the routine stuff that we're going to keep doing forever. But this year we decided to pump it up a little with this spectacular chance to win because, well, we want people there celebrating our survivors, our caregiver. We want people out there enjoying those luminaries. We want people sharing the hope till that very end. So we have a closing lap. We decided that if we did something spectacular at the end of the event, that people would
Stick
stay.
around. Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about that because you're going to be at the event to hear a little more about it. But we've got some great prizes that were donated by some sponsors this year. We've got some items that are going to make for great raffles, great prizes. You're going to want to stay around till the bitter end. We're also going to do some cool stuff because, after all, we are the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
We're asking teams to decorate their campsite so we can have a contest for the best pirate-themed decorations.
Is anybody going to be dressed as pirates?
And
Yes,
that's
of
where
course.
we were going. You bet. And so best costumes.
Awesome.
Because cancer is a serious topic.
It is.
But keeping people upbeat and having fun is also a huge part of life.
Right.
We live for quality of life. And so we want to make it fun. So those are one of the things we're seeing. I can't wait to see what you put on. I really can't. I'm expecting that.
I don't know.
And I do want to let you know, I'll Zumba if you Zumba. So there's a little challenge
Got
there.
a little bit
and
of a challenge.
I have no grace or coordination, so I just wanted to throw that out to you. We're just going to keep it upbeat. It's going to be a nonstop action. We'll set you up with a way to win that for our registered participants.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to be there. They're going to get dialed in and be part of that. We also have a treasure hunt going on again. It's pirates. So the treasure hunt's kind of new this year. And we have an event leadership member, and she put together an amazing treasure hunt. And not only does it involve the participants, it involves everybody who's got a campsite set up because they're going to be part of the treasure hunt. And when we complete that in the afternoon, everybody who found all their treasures and has all their stamps, they're going to have a chance at another raffle for another pretty great prizes. So we know that, gifts are motivators,
Absolutely, right.
Are you good at Christmas so Santa takes care of you? Gifts are motivators.
Exactly.
So I think those are all really cool things for Sierra Vista. That's going to make our 31st pretty darn incredible. And I really want to I'm going to shout out to Tammey right now, the backbone of this event, who keeps us all on track and picks up the ball when one of us drops it. She's over there getting all blushy.
Well, more than 2 decades. You had a little practice, right?
She is a dynamo while dealing with a whole lot of life. So thanks, Tammey.
Well,
You're
Tammey,
welcome.
since we're talking about you, maybe you can help us with, now somebody's listening and they want to be part of this thing, they want to participate, or they want to volunteer to help out, or they want to do any part of this, or maybe just find out some more information about how do they do that? Where do they go to get that information?
Well, you will find that we do have posters around town, and there's information on that. But if you want to Google it, you can just do Relay for Life of Sierra Vista, or the actual website is relayforlife.org/Sierra Vista AZ. And you can also call our event lead, Nina Sanchez, and her phone number is 520-249-3615.
Okay.
Also, if there's survivors out there and they want to get some information, they can touch base with our survivor lead, and that's Leanne Schmidt. And her phone number is 520-249-6164. And also, of course, out there, if they find any posters we have hanging around town, we have those QR codes for everybody who likes technology, and that'll take them right to it.
Now, last of all, before we go, I want to ask you about the cans. I know that we always talk about the canned foods that you use for the luminary to kind of hold them, weight them down, right? And I know there's still time to bring some of those in. Can they bring them in to the day of the event even?
Yes, they can. We would love for them to bring them in the day of the event.
And what kind of canned foods are they? And expiration dates I know are important.
Yes, we usually ask people if they wouldn't mind to try and get the 15-ounce cans, just the regular vegetables or pasta or something like that. Mm-hmm. We also ask that if they could, to make sure the expiration date is later than July 31st of 2026. We do give back to the community. And so we will have a couple of food banks that we give these cans to. So
after you're done using them, they're going to go to the food bank.
Yes,
okay.
They're going to go directly to a couple of food banks here in town. And we want to make sure to give them time, through their process for helping people here within the community.
Absolutely.
So we would so greatly appreciate. We'll take anything and everything the day of Relay, the food cans, the luminarias. We'll take it all.
I know that's a lot to cover in such a short amount of time. I appreciate all the time that you have given us. Is there anything else that you guys want to shout out one more time before we go?
I would like to do a shout out to our sponsors, the local businesses here in Sierra Vista. We have some top sponsors: Periton, Texas Roadhouse, AAA Fort Storage, Aloe Fiber, Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association 32.4, Patriot Development and Services, RV City, and Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. I tell you what, we couldn't do it without the sponsorship here of our local businesses. We so greatly appreciate what they do for this event, as well, obviously, as all the other citizens here in Sierra Vista. We thank you so much for supporting Relay for Life of Sierra Vista for 31 years.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Janet, anything last words?
I'm going to throw in a big shout out to the media people such as yourself, because truthfully, if we don't get the word out, people don't show up. We can't just build a track and expect them to come. It doesn't work that way. And so luminarias, we can always use more luminarias. And if you want to see what that looks like, we also have a Relay for Life of Sierra Vista Facebook page. And you'll get to see what those luminarias are, and you can either come get them from us if you'd like fresh ones by calling one of the phone numbers that we're giving out, Or if you want to show up on bank night, which is next Monday, which makes it the date, please.
The 20th, October 20th, from 5 to 7.
Where at?
At the Serria Vista United Methodist Church over on 3225 St. Andrews Drive.
All right. Well, there you heard it. All kinds of places and ways to get a hold of these folks. All kinds of ways to learn more about the, Relay for Life. And again, one last time, this is Saturday, October 25th. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Veterans Memorial Park. It's going to be amazing. It's a 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista, the 31st annual event here in this town. And we just love that you're doing this. So thank you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you guys coming and spend some time with us. So I hope everybody comes out. Anybody listen, make sure you'll be there. Great cause and a great way to come together for it. We'll be right back, folks, after these messages. The Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios, keeping it real.
We're the real wayfinders, the trailblazers, the go-getters. In a town where the desert wakes before dawn, we don't just talk, we make things happen. And when we speak, it's real, it's genuine, and it's worth hearing. Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on Cool 104.1 FM. Join the Sherry Ethell Team for Keepin' It Real, where top realtors, local heroes, and the heartbeat of our community come together. Raw, authentic conversations, expert market insights, and the best local events you can't afford to miss. Keepin' It Real, celebrating our community. Bold, genuine, one of a kind.
Hey, good morning, good Saturday morning to you. This is Dion Ethell, and this is Keeping It Real, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. I'm sitting in the studio today with Brandon Sharp. Brandon, you've been with us a couple of times for different events that you've put together, right?
Yes, sir.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So today we're going to talk about another event that you've done. And just for those people who don't really know much about you, you're an event organizer, but that's not your day job, right? What's your day job?
I do landscaping and odd jobs and stuff like that.
So you do this handyman work for your day job, but you do this for fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is it still fun?
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask that because you've done so many now.
Yeah, it's sometimes it can be challenging and stuff, but I enjoy it. I don't let it beat me up. It's a good time.
So Brandon, he saw this void, this opening to help out the community in different ways, and he found that there were so many different organizations that could use help. Now, I don't even know how many organizations you've helped. Have you ever counted how many you've helped?
No.
It's got to be a lot.
There's a lot.
So there's a lot of them. He basically comes in and sets up an event, very creative events and everything, and they are not just your everybody get together in a parking lot kind of thing. He's got music and vendors and food and drinks and all kinds of things, and then people show up and car shows and bike shows and all kinds of things. He does this all to benefit some kind of charity or multiple charities sometimes, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are we talking about this time? Let's start off. I know you got two of them coming up, but one of them here is coming up real soon. And that's on the 18th, is that right?
That's correct.
So this is Saturday, October 18th, which is today. And what is that? Tell me about that one.
So on the 18th from 4 to 8, I'm hosting a bike night and veteran food drive at Doc's Watering Hole, helping the local American Legion Post 52 and the Warrior Healing Center.
Wow. Okay. So the American Legion Warrior Healing Centers, that's awesome. And so is everybody going to be riding their motorcycles to the event?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a motorcycle, you can still come on and hang out, and it's going to be a great time helping the local veterans in our community.
Okay. And so I think you had mentioned to me before one time that are you doing a can drive or something for that one as well?
Yes, sir.
So what does that look like? What do you need? Because these were, I want to say that were these canned foods or?
Yes, sir. We're collecting non-perishable food items.
Non-perishable.
And there will be boxes where you can put them, drop them off there at the bar at Doc's, and then we're collecting them all through the whole month of October.
Oh, wow. So not just that day.
Yeah.
The whole month.
We started actually collecting October 1st.
So are there already boxes there?
There should be. If not, there will be dropped off here shortly.
Okay. So there's an opportunity for you to do that even before the event starts, and then even after the event's over, you can still come in and do that. So if you show up and you forgot, oh no, I forgot my canned foods, you can still come back.
Absolutely.
And drop some more off. And what do those go to?
So some of it, a portion goes to the American Legion, and then some of the food goes to the Warrior Healing Center.
To their food pantry?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. We've helped donate to them as well for that. We really like that. All of our shopping with Sherry stuff goes to that, so we really enjoyed helping them out. I know that that's a ongoing thing because they're hooking people up every week with that stuff. So this is Saturday, October 18th, which is today, and although it's morning, this thing kicks off at 4 o'clock. So you gotta get busy here pretty quick and go off and take care of this. What all kinds of things? Walk me through what the setup looks like for something like that. I mean, what do you do? Because in the beginning, you got to have the conversation with the owner of the
so
place.
I had a sit down at the Warrior Healing Center. It was me and Kathy and Kevin James. And basically, we had a meeting just to have a vision, and then threw out details for the flyers and stuff like that. And then I talked to the owners for Doc's Watering Hole. We set out a date, and then we talked to the Legion, and then everyone's on board. And then now it's up to me to
put it together.
Push everything out and get things going.
So once you get the flyers constructed and you get those things out, then obviously you're doing some PR stuff here. You're trying to get it out over the radio, get people interested, and talk about it a little bit. And it's still got plenty of time because it's not till 4 today. So you got plenty of time to think about it. Great place to be tonight. What kinds of things go into just the process there? So once this happens, you're not having a show, though, on this one, right?
No.
So it's just bring your bikes.
Yeah.
People can come out, check out each other's bikes, but this is more of a gathering, a social gathering.
Yeah. It's just, like a bike night, food drive, just hoping, just basically just like you just said, like a social thing. And we're all
kind of a little bike rally.
Yeah. And accepting donations for the vets. So, just
helping out a good cause.
Even if you don't have a bike, it's open to the public. So, I just trying to do something different, I did a bike night food drive a couple years ago, back in 2019. I helped out the Peaches Pantry at Tompkins Park. Yeah. I had a food vendor, had a lady come sew on patches and stuff for vests. Nice. And then there was a lot of different clubs that came out. It was a good time.
Well, and this will be fun and a little easier on you because somebody else is cooking and somebody's doing all that legwork. So that's good. So you just kind of have to show up for that part of it. But then you've got to collect all these things, and who collects all the food that you get? Is that you?
Yep.
Wow.
So it's me, and then at the end of the month, I'll be delivering all the food to where it needs to go.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. And then anybody who makes a donation, how does that work? Do they make them to you and for the Warrior Heroes? How does that work?
So, they can either do cash donations or whatever charity they want it, but we're gonna split it up from the Legion to the Warrior Healing. So each one gets a portion, I guess you would say,
an equal portion. Yeah, and none of it's going to you, right? No. So you're just splitting it amongst these charities. That's what I like. What's beautiful about you, Brandon, and it's cool work that you do. Is you don't collect any pay for this. You're doing this 100% on your own. This is something that you dreamed up, something that you put together, and then you execute it. And sometimes you'll have help, but most of the time it's a big part of it is you and the people that you've kind of brought together, this network of other people who either need something or can provide something and put them all to work. And so that's pretty cool.
Sometimes it's it's good to have people that are helping you, but sometimes it's it's better sometimes to just do it your way.
No, I follow you. It can be a little tough when you've got a whole bunch of people to try to put them all together and then to get everybody on the same page and do it. And sometimes too, you can almost have too many people in a small venue. And then, especially like this one, it doesn't have your usual flair of car shows and all kinds of craziness going on. So a little bit easier to manage. You can just come in, enjoy yourself, hang out, donate to a worthy cause and help these organizations, both the American Legion and the Warrior Healing Center.
Besides, I feel the veterans don't get enough love and support sometimes for.
Well, and there's always a need. If you listen to those guys talk, I mean, the need is so big, and the number of people that they see every week, I was shocked how many people come into the Warrior Healing Center every week.
They gave me, they set me down when we had that little meeting, and they showed me their laptop and the statistics,
it's crazy, isn't it?
List, yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
wow.
it's phenomenal, the work that they're doing and the amount of people and their lives that they're touching. So good for them, good for everybody. And of course, American Legion is always awesome. And so Brandon's Bike Night and Veteran Food Drive at Doc's Watering Hole tonight at 4 to 8 p.m.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about another event coming up just the following weekend. You're going to be a tired guy after this month.
Yeah.
This is the month for activities. So, folks, we'll be right back, and we'll hit it up with Brandon again and get to this next event that he's got. It's a really cool event, and it's really helping some special people. We'll be right back.
Do uneasy markets have you waiting for the ideal moment to make home ownership a reality? Your answer lies in a conversation with Sherry Ethell and her exceptional team at Long Realty, a name synonymous with trust and reliability in Arizona's real estate landscape.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ethell, Realtor and Team CEO of the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. Your ideal moment has arrived. We tailor our approach to you and your needs and goals. Let us put our extensive network to work for you and take the stress out of the process.
Whether buying or selling, remember the name Sherry Ethell and the Sherry Ethell Team. Visit the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Serria Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more information. Real integrity, real results.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show, the Keepin' It Real radio show brought to you by Sherry Ethell and the team here at Long Realty Studios. We're sitting in here with Brandon Sharp. And Brandon Sharp, for those of you who just tuning in, is a local citizen, not his day job, but event organizer is his thing. And he's had a number of events for a number of years. How many years have you been doing this? What's it been?
Started doing these back in 2019.
19.
So, yeah.
So a number of years you've been doing stuff. And how many events did you do this year, or are you planning to do this year, probably-ish?
I started doing events back in February, but I don't know exactly how many. Like I'd say,
It seems like there's like 5 or 6 of them.
I think I did like maybe 7 this year.
7?
I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of events for one person to handle and to kind of organize. But he does a wonderful job of this, and they're all for wonderful causes. He takes no money from it, and all the proceeds go to benefit these organizations.
Excuse me, it was actually 8.
8?
Yeah,
okay.
8.
Nah, I stand corrected. That's amazing.
Yeah, September I threw an appreciation party.
Oh, that's right. Your appreciation party. Okay. So what's the next one? So this is benefiting Broken to Brave Horse Sanctuary.
That's correct.
When is this?
This will be October 25th.
So that's the following Saturday. So that's next Saturday.
Yep.
And it's from 12:30 to 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And where's it at?
It's going to be at the Tombstone Brewery on the West End.
Tombstone Brewery at the west end of Serria Vista, right here in Serria Vista. A great place to go hang out. And this is benefiting Broken to Brave Horse Sanctuary. Now, what kind of an outfit are they? What do they do? Tell us a little bit about them.
It's a newer rescue, I should say, or, sanctuary. And basically they help horses and donkeys that are about to be on the chopping block. So they save them, and then they get them new homes and adoptions and stuff like that. So basically they try and save as many horses as they can.
Now, and these are all ages of horses, right? And donkeys as well.
Yeah, she just saved, Kenzie is the main, head person of it, but she just saved, 6 baby horses from being taken to their, other side.
Yeah, so these 6 colts, they would have gone to a butcher house, right?
Yeah.
That's where most of these are going. Mm-hmm. And so they end up getting sent off to a butcher to make, I'm assuming, probably dog food or something like that. And so they end up being slaughtered.
Yeah, so that's their whole mission, is saving all these animals before they to that point.
Yeah, and so they rescue these animals, and do they house them and board them for a while they look for a home?
Yeah, until they're able to get them a new home. Then they keep them as long as they can, and then once someone else takes them, and then they have their forever home.
Yeah, just like you would a shelter dog or anything like that. Wow, that's cool. So these guys, kind of a different, actually, organization for you.
Oh yeah,
in a way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've never done
horse sanctuary.
Nothing like this. Always dogs and stuff like that, but I'm always down to try new things.
Yeah, I know you're always helping the Tombstone Animal Shelter, and that's always a good thing. So this will be kind of a different but neat thing. And so it's Tombstone Brewery, October 25th on Saturday, 12:30 to 7:30. So that's next weekend on a Saturday week from today. and benefiting those guys. And then what are you doing there? Is it just a gathering, or what's going on?
So yeah, it's a gathering. We have a DJ coming out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, my buddy from Tucson will be DJing this event. So yeah, we're going to be collecting monetary donations and supplies. So yeah, it's just a fundraiser, and we're just trying to help them out as much as we can.
What kinds of supplies are you thinking?
Like feed, lead ropes and stuff like that.
Tack, yeah.
So anything that you think a horse would need, or
horse or donkey related.
Yeah. And brushes and stuff like that.
Horse picks,
yeah. Fly spray and stuff like that. Combs and just anything like that. And halters and just, all that fun stuff.
So you horse people out there who are listening today and would like to make a donation, there's a possibility for you on the 25th there to donate some tack and help these guys out at the horse sanctuary, the Broken to Brave Horse Sanctuary, right here locally. And then also, you're raising funds for them, right?
Yeah.
How does that work?
All the money that we get will go directly to them. They'll be out there as well. Okay. And then she's going to be selling some like T-shirts as well.
Okay, cool.
She made some T-shirts for the event.
Okay, so they're going to have some event shirts. You can buy a shirt. You can get, donate some tack or some feed or whatever you have for horses and burros or donkeys, and you'll have an opportunity to meet the people there and learn more about the actual sanctuary.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have some music there.
Oh, yep.
Is that gonna be inside or outside?
It's gonna be outside on the patio.
Yeah.
Because I always like doing stuff outside, especially if it's nice weather too. Like, don't want to be all coked up inside.
Yeah, no. Honestly, the events that you've hosted, out there, like the one out there at Native, was nice sitting outside, and you kind of are able to break off from the rest of the group, so you're not disturbing other patrons who are there, and yet you're still enjoying the atmosphere. So it's kind of cool. And what are you hoping for? Is there a dollar amount that you got in your mind for this one or the other one?
No,
is there anything? Or do you ever go into it with that?
I mean, sometimes I have, but sometimes it's like I don't want to
jinx it.
Yeah. So basically, I just want it to be successful and not like a failure or a flop. So just basically, like, if you're hearing this, just come on out, and if you don't even know anything about horses, I'm sure you would still enjoy a good time though. So.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to hold you off for 1 second here, and I think we're going to take a quick break. So, folks, stay tuned for more Brandon Sharp and more about his upcoming events today and next week on next Saturday, and we'll be right back.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
Hey, welcome back to the Sherry Ethell Team Long Realty Studios. I'm Dion Ethell. I'm your host with Keepin' It Real, and we're keeping it real today with Brandon Sharp, our event organizer. So I think we left off with the two events. Is that tough doing them back to back? I mean, we were talking about that. It's a little bit of work because you're barely finishing the other one and you're going to another one, and they're totally different charities.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's a little bit, it's a little bit to work on, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it. But
did you plan it that way?
Yeah, I did in a sense, yeah. But at the same time, like, because I originally was gonna try and do these events in November, but it's like there's too much going on, like in November and stuff.
It is difficult. Obviously, last week, Cars in the Park. Before that, Art in the Park. There's the same weekend that you're hosting this event for the Horse Sanctuary. I think there's also at least one other event. I want to say there's the Cancer Walk there in the park, but not that you can't do both. You can usually do multiple things at one weekend, but it's busy. I mean, man, this time of year is crazy with events.
I was going to do the Bike Night Veteran Food Drive. Originally, I wanted to do it like on Veterans Day, but I was told like, that's too much,
Yeah, it's tough with the parade and all those other things going on. Everybody's going in 20 different directions.
And all these restaurants have like the veteran meal, so like veterans are going out to eat or whatever. So
that's true. So it's tough. It's tough to kind of plan. So you kind of, I guess you have to take it when it comes, right?
Yeah. And then after these two, that'll be it for this year. So
that's it, huh?
Yep.
So you'll be able to take a long breather, but start planning for next year, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start back in February for the Tombstone Shelter fundraiser.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that.
You're already gonna have to gear up. And think about what you're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that every February.
Yeah. Are you thinking about your same kind of thing? I think last time you had some music, some food, and you had...
I think we're going to do everything the same. I just don't think that we're going to have a food vendor because, like, he was great and all, but it's like, I think it was kind of pointless because the shelter was making burgers and dogs, and so was that guy. So it's like you didn't...
a little double.
You don't really need two of the same.
Yeah.
So he came all the way from New Mexico. Felt bad.
Wow.
But he was already here visiting, and he heard about my event, wanted to be a vendor. So
it's nice that you want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So, that's right. I remember you saying that the shelter.
Then we had an after party at the Oriental Saloon.
Oh, wow. So, I did not know that. Yeah. Well, all these events that you do and all these donations that you make, have you kind of kept track of how much money you've raised for all these organizations as a combined effort?
I mean, I have, but I don't have a set number right now off the top of my head. I
know you just do this because it's out of your heart.
Yeah.
And you're trying to do a good thing for them. And whatever, I know you've told me many times, hey, whatever I raise, whether it's 500 or 5,000, I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I was telling you before, the shelter, they're just grateful that they got some, the $4,000, for their shelter.
Well, that's a big day for any event. So that's awesome that you were able to raise that, especially the first time.
Yeah, that's probably, I think, the most I raised, because normally here or there, hit or miss, but helping the dogs, so that really...
Every dollar counts. I can tell you, from running a charity that it's every dollar counts. It really does stack up at the end of the day. So people like you're indispensable.
Sometimes it might not seem like it all counts, but you're right, though. It all goes to the same place.
Yeah, it's super important. They really go a long ways with these charities. We really stretch those dollars.
Especially nowadays, all the dog food and stuff, it's so expensive.
It's very expensive. I think everything is expensive. So now it's more needed than ever. So one last shout out, Brandon. So it's Brandon's Bike Night and Veteran Food Drive at Doc's Watering Hole tonight at 4 to 8 p.m. And you're going to have food, drink, bike, and vendors, and you'll have maybe a raffle there?
Oh, yeah, we're having raffles. Some local businesses are throwing in, Indochine's throwing in a basket.
Oh, wow.
And then Sam and Julie's are throwing in some gift cards, and then some other businesses as well.
So there'll be some opportunities, maybe get on a raffle.
Yeah.
And then next weekend on Saturday also, the 25th, is Tombstone Brewery, 12:30 to 7:30, and that's going to benefit the Broken to Brave Horse Sanctuary.
That's correct.
Well, Brandon, I love you coming on. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you giving an inside scoop.
I appreciate all your guys' support. I couldn't do this without you guys. It takes a village. So Thanks for always being there for me.
We appreciate you and all the things that you do. It's people like yourself that make Serria Vista and Cochise County really special. It's awesome that you do this out of the kindness of your own heart to organize this, because I know that this stuff takes a lot of personal time that you could be doing other things. So kudos to you and all the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll be right back. This is Keepin' It Real with Dion Ethell and the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. We'll be right back.
That brings us to the end of another Keepin' It Real radio show, and we just want to say a big thank you for letting us be a small part of your weekend. Whether you're a longtime listener or just caught us for the first time today, we're so glad you're here. Got something you'd love us to talk about? Maybe a local story, a cool event, maybe a guest idea. Maybe you're related to or know someone who has an interesting story, profession, or past. We would love to hear from you, so drop it in our Keepin' It Real suggestion box at Long Realty. We're located just behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Or if it's easier, you can email me directly at sherry@sherryethelteam.com or call me or text me at 717-599-2439. This is your show, and it's all about our community, our connections, and the what's up of Cochise County, and as always, keeping things real. And your voice will help shape what we do next. We'll see you next Saturday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 104.1 Cool FM, making radio cool again.
Stay safe and stay cool, Cochise County, and keep it real.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Keepin' It Real radio show. Join us next Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. for more engaging interviews with top realtors and industry leaders, keeping you informed about the latest trends in real estate. Stay connected with us as we bring you updates on the dynamic events shaping our vibrant community. From exciting local happenings to noteworthy charities and causes, we've got you covered. See you next week for another edition of Keepin' It Real.